let's go onto the Zoom and speak to a member of the National Elections Committee of the party and find out if they are done with every preparation. They've crossed every storm and everything as far as this election is concerned, so that when the outcome on Saturday comes, no one will come and raise issues as far as, I was cheated, I was this, I was that. No. I'm not sure the party and its members and its delegates want to have those conversations. Let's go on Zoom and speak to Boamah Nyarko. He's the member of parliament for the Fia constituency and a member of the National Elections Committee, the body in charge of the Saturday elections for the new Patriotic Party. Isaac, thank you very much for your time. Forgive me, I've made you be on for a while, but forgive me. From where you sit and as a member of the committee, how is preparation? Are you there? Will you say that you are 90%, 95%, or even 100% prepared for Saturday's election?
Thank you very much, Sammy, and a very good afternoon to your cherished viewers. Of course, the committee is fully ready for Saturday's elections. As we indicated earlier to the delegates, the elections is coming on from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And as we speak now, there's been full deployment of electoral materials across the country. As at yesterday, the various district electoral officers have also picked up their electoral materials. They are under the full control of the police in the various districts that have received those documents or those papers. And so we are waiting for Saturday. The police have already shown their readiness for Saturday. They have started across the various parts of this country what they call an operation to protect the integrity of our elections. And so in terms of security, we understand and we know from the police high command that they are in full readiness. For the Electoral Commission, everything has been received with the express cooperation of the representatives of the aspirants. And so all looks set, and we are very optimistic that come Saturday, we would have a free, fair, and transparent exercise.
We heard of issues with the TESCON, which, the National Youth Organizer of the party was also not happy with it. Have you been able to address this issue?
Yes, I mean, the National Youth Organizer raised issues about an earlier decision of the committee to allow only elected TESCON officers. It was raised at the National Executive Committee. Direction was given to the Electoral Committee and the representatives of the aspirants to look at the outstanding issues. Meetings were held over the last couple of days by the Elections Committee and the representatives of the aspirants. We are still tidying up all that needs to be done. But at the end of the day, the electoral data is what we have distributed across the country. And so that should be the album which we are using for the elections as of now.
So on Saturday, run us through the process. For instance, I'm a delegate. I go to the center to vote. After voting, do I have to hang around or go home and come back later? And after voting at 2 p.m., will it be counted there, or it will be sent to the regional office and it will be transmitted to Accra, where the final announcement will be made? Run us through the process.
Okay, Sammy. So right from 7 a.m. when polls open, we expect people to walk in freely to go and cast their ballot. We don't expect people to be buzzed to the place. We don't expect anybody to mention names in alphabetical order for the purposes of going to cast your ballot. The electoral officials, per the guidelines, have been told that it is a walk-in exercise. The areas will be demarcated into 3 sections. We have the outer section, we have the middle section, and we have the inner circle. The outer section is where the electoral officials will identify you per your ID card. For this exercise, we have given approval for 4 identifications. Either of them will be permissible. One is your voter's ID if you have. The second is your party ID if you have. The third is a national passport if you have. And the last is your Ghana card. Any of these 4 ID cards can be used for the purposes of the elections. If you don't have an ID card, the instruction is that you cannot cast your ballot. We are not allowing party officials to validate or confirm the identity of any person for the purposes of this exercise. And so I will encourage every delegate to go look for their ID card before they come in to vote. Now, when you enter through the inner circle, the outer towards the middle, you are supposed to not go with any foreign material, including telephone. No telephone or mobile phone will be entertained over there. The police have been given strict instruction that when you bring a telephone and you are caught, you will be arrested and be prosecuted, and you will not be allowed to cast your ballot. So that should also take note of that. Now, when we finish at 2 p.m., the electoral officers with the agent, and as well as all those who have come to observe, they will watch the electoral officials count the votes per every delegate, per every aspirant. And so at the end of it all, every polling center or voting center would announce the result of the election at the polling center. When that is done, the police with the electoral officials are supposed to move the information, the ballot boxes, and then the summary reports to the regional collation center. The Electoral Commission office at the regional level will be handling the collation at the regional level. The collation will be done by the electoral officials with representatives of the candidates at the regional level. And then when they are done and it is collated, that result will also be announced at the regional level. When the announcement at the regional level is done by the EC, they are going to transmit the results to the National Collation Center, where we have the electoral commissioner with her assistants as well as representatives of all the aspirants to receive the regional results. They are going to also consolidate all the regional reports or the results. And at the end of the day, the electoral commissioner, Madame Jean Mensah or her assigned, will declare the eventual winner of the elections. That is, if we have a successful 50+1 candidate winning the elections. When that formal declaration is done by the electoral commissioner, the party leadership, that is the presidential elections, will receive the results of our commission. And then we are going to move to the party headquarters at Asylum Down, where the party executives would also be briefed about the final results as declared by the EC. And then the party would have a formal declaration of the winner at our party's forecourt office at Asylum Down. And then we expect that the candidates or wherever their representatives are will come together and also declare whoever will become the next flag bearer of the NPP leading us into the 2028 general elections.
My final question, in the event of a runoff, what's the plan?
So the National Elections Committee, where I am a member have developed the plan for a runoff if it should come. But we have not tabled those details because we are not in a situation where we can confirm a runoff or otherwise. But I can assure you that the Elections Committee have made itself full ready to conduct a rerun within the shortest possible time. The moment we realize that there will be a runoff, by the time we come out by a day, we will declare the fine details of the processes towards a runoff to the elections.
So on Saturday, we should all be assured that everything is going to be successful. Hello, Isaac. I'm afraid.
Yes, hello, Sammy. I'm here.
I'm saying that so we should all be assured that Saturday you are ready. Everything is going to be successful.
Sammy, we are fully ready. The police is ready. The electoral commission is ready. The delegates are ready. We are only advising anybody that have no business to do with the elections not to come and interfere with the process. We've also advised people not to come with bodyguards and macho men seeking to try the beauty of our elections. Any such attempt will be crushed by the police as directed by the Inspector General of Police. And so from the Elections Committee point of view, we are fully ready. All the deployments have been received at the various district offices of the Electoral Commission. We expect the security and EC to be fair and transparent in the processes as per the guidelines. And any other concern anybody has as per the elections on Saturday, we have told the aspirants to channel their grievances direct to the office of the chairman of the Presidential Elections Committee, Honorable Joseph Osei-Wusu, and we are going to address promptly any comment or response that we receive at the National Elections Committee office.
Ike, thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Ike Isaac Boamah Nyarko is a member of the National Elections Planning Committee of the new Patriotic Party, the body or the committee set up by the National Council of the party to run Saturday's presidential primaries. Fred, he says they are ready.